This is Matrix Lord 212, and if you go back to the parting of the ways, the Daleks. Well, actually, is it? It's before that, right? It's is it the Long Game or Bad Wolf? Well, anyway, the last couple of episodes in Series 1, they revealed that the Daleks flat out altered the future history. The great empire from the future, the fifth great empire, whatever, that the Doctor was always referring to, was never created. It was erased. So, the Daleks could be erasing history too. But I just remembered that. I'm like, the Doctor had all these memories of the fifth great empire, I think it was called, and how now the Daleks were running the show, and it took over. So maybe the Silents have done this too. Maybe the Silents have placed themselves in key points to alter everything. And the thing is that maybe the cracks are still there. Maybe maybe the cracks have to do with Omega. Maybe he needed to place things in this universe, whether it be some type of antimatter or something or create a singularity. Maybe he wanted to create a singularity here, so that way he could exist here. That, now that I'm thinking about it, that could be possible. That he was trying to create a singularity here to exist here, Omega, because he existed in the animated universe with the singularity. So could be. I still feel that Omega is the main nemesis for 11th Doctor's reign. So, and I'm hoping they do surprises with the Dream Lord, the Valyar, and the Master. Because even though we're all focused on the main fish, or if it would be, Omega, they need to throw stuff in there to just throw us off, like the Master or something. Another Time Lord, the Ronnie maybe. Laura Pulver will make a great Ronnie. So I think they need to do that, and maybe show Romana return from E-Space. And also we need to know too, was that Rassilon in the end of time? Now my theory with that is that, they always kept him suspended animation, because if there was an event where Gallifrey was going to fall, they would break the laws of time and allow unlimited regenerations. So they would make Rassilon regenerate, and then he would take over. And I think that's exactly what happened with the Time War. I think that the limit was always placed for 12. And because they were at war, they took off the regeneration limit, so that way, that's what they kept talking about and referring to, the female Time Lady, that people keep dying over and over and over again in new and different ways. The only way that could be possible, besides time being rewritten, is if Time Lords regenerate over and over and over again. And the Daleks too. They regenerate by rebuilding themselves or whatever. So that's something to think about. I mean, the way I see it, the Doctor can regenerate indefinitely. Even the Ood said it. This song will never end. So his story will never end. So there's no limit to regenerations as far as I know. But for some reason, River had limits. And I wonder how that is. So, and also they have to reveal too, what the hell is River? This has come up a lot in the Facebook sites that I administer. Say No to the BBC, for cutting Doctor Who, and Doctor Universe. People think that she's a human, but she can regenerate, and that's not possible. The Doctor has stated this. It's been stated in the past episodes of Classic Series. Basically, because of the Time Lord's two hearts, and it's the human body would not be able to sustain a Time Lord consciousness. So how could it sustain the pain and agonizing suffering of regeneration? So it's because the Time Lords have two hearts, because their brain capacity is huge and larger, and they use more percentage of their brain, and their body physique is able to expel viruses and poison and everything. It's not just a regeneration factor. I mean, because of all these factors in their body makeup, this is why they are able to regenerate, and you don't see everybody else regenerate. So River's song is not a human. And she's not technically a Time Lord because she didn't graduate from the academy, and she's not Gallifreyan because she didn't grow up in Gallifrey. But I bet you she has 2 hearts, too, and she has the same Time Lord makeup. So that's what I'm saying. And for some reason, she has limits, and some reason she can almost control her regeneration. So other than that, that's it. So leave your comments below and please subscribe.